GTII reacting to the broader markets, pumping to the upside, making this an incredible upside today. I think it was probably at 1.25% up. Very good price action for GTII. Let's go ahead and validate what could be happening for the following days. What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, this is ARCa coming at you with a GTII technicals and raw price action thread of analysis on this happy Friday. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share the video with a friend so that you and them could consider joining our trading community and Discord called ARCa Bulls. With that said, let's dive right into the charts. Okay, so we are looking at GTII on the 12-hour chart here. And let me just go ahead and bring up the visibility for all of our drawings, right? So very curious the way that price action follows our lines, right? So very, very interesting. Guys, this is not... I was just giving you an implied path. It didn't mean that I was going to do exactly the damn path, right? So, but nonetheless, it is there. And we can actually see that we're facing the resistance zone that we were already facing before, right? So very critical support. Very critical resistance that we're facing here, okay? So what could be happening for the following days, though? Well, let's go ahead and just see how creative we can get with the GTII asset, okay? So I want to talk to you about the 3-day volatility versus momentum, because I am under the impression that this okay, the post is 172 right now. Yeah, it's looking very good. I just can't see the time that this 3-day iteration was going to close on. So I think we said yesterday that it was going to close today. Okay, so on Monday, we're going to see how volatility versus momentum have reacted, okay, because we were talking about approaching this linear regression line, okay. Very likely we would see, upon approaching to this line, kind of a bounce to the upside. And that's sort of what's happening already, okay? So if this, I mean, I'm really happy that the price action kind of, you know, violently moved to the upside today, because it's likely going to affect the 3-day momentum versus volatility. I'm just not sure where exactly it's going to do it. We have to see what happens on Monday. Okay, let's move on. Let's see what we got. Okay, so the resistance that we're facing right now is absolutely geometrical. Okay, so I was talking about yesterday the 6-hour hammer candle that we were noticing, right? Very, very good price action for this, and usually signals a reversal in price action in general. Okay, so now let me just go ahead and take a 6-hour fib from that hammer that we printed, right? So usually people can trade that hammer in that sense, okay? So I want to just go ahead and point out that the price action today came and resisted right at the 3.272, so very likely going to find the next targets to be within 184 to about 201. Huge gap, I understand, but the volatility and the buy volume that's coming in is quite the statement coming from GTII, okay? But let's go ahead and now step in to, oh wow, this got undone. My apologies about this, but let's just go ahead and take a look at our RSI, as I believe that there could be a very strong move on the way nonetheless, okay? So please notice that in the immediate short-term time frame RSI, we have jumped into the oversold percentile, but historically speaking, we still have plenty of upside to go. As you can see on this iteration here, back from December 27th, we reached the 90 percentile. Okay, so right now we're currently sitting at about 77%, so barely into that oversold percentile on the 30-minute. Remember, this is likely to live out pretty fast. It is the 30-minute, and I also don't like these tiny pivots, as they tend to fail, just like this one here failed, and it went up to the upside, right? So let's go ahead and now take a look at that 4-hour RSI, as it is suggesting a continuation to the upside regardless of this pivot being like this. And why am I saying that? Well, first of all, we can look at our 14-day simple with an upside pivot. Second of all, we can look at the positioning of the RSI signal. As you can see, the RSI signal is sitting right within that the gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile, which usually means we get pulled up. The next time frame is essentially the validator for that. Okay, so the 8-hour time frame is approaching that gravitational zone of the bull weakness percentile, and now we're starting to get that curvature on that 14-day simple to the upside. Not even to mention the fact that we crossed and we succeeded the outside of the 14-day simple and suggesting a very impulsive upside move. So this is very, very good coming out of the GTII asset, okay? So now we have a little bit of consolidation here on the 12-hour. It's normal for us to see that type of thing because, of course, we just made an impulsive move to the upside. We need validations for the supports that we have now found as new supports, okay? So let's look at the buy daily. The buy daily is making a very important cross here, okay? So please go ahead and take a look at that. On an uptrend, we are crossing the 14-day simple, okay? So this is very important, and it's very clear that we now have two areas of support, the gravitational zone from the bear weakness percentile and the 14-day simple in the event to where we need to come back for a validation. Good stuff. All right, and please notice that the 3-day time frame has in fact used that 14-day simple as a form of support. I think we actually talked about this too. We were going to find that support from the gravitational zone, and now it's suggesting an upside. Okay, so very interesting times here for GTII, as I do see the price action now starting to make that correction, the correctional move, right, from the A, B, C, D, and then the third would be the E, would be from Elliott wave theory, right? So it looks like we're about to make that third impulsive wave, and we could be facing a touch of the resistance, like I said, potentially maybe March 14th or something like that, at about $5.44. But of course, we need to practice patience. We need to see where GTII can go, but everything is looking very good. And I am still very curious to see what happened with our momentum. With our volatility versus momentum profile based on the closure of the 3-day candle that we just got. Okay, so we'll go ahead and follow up with those things in due time. I'm sure that we're going to see what that closure looks like on Monday. Please remember, I'm not a financial advisor. Take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy or sell any assets whatsoever. Okay, I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be just fine. Okay, you guys, please refer to the links in the description below if you would like to join the ARCa Bulls Discord, and also you'll find the Twitter link there as well. Okay, you guys, but with that said, I wish you well a very good weekend, and I will catch you at the bell on Monday. Adios.